Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we're doing a reading to see what your person would most like to say or convey to you. I am going to grab oracle cards first, just a couple from this Island Time Wellness deck to get a sense of what's going on in the connection overall. And then I'm going to grab messages from them from my homemade deck and clarify those with tarot just to get a sense of, you know, what they want to say to you and the underlying reasons behind it. And then finally, I'll just get a few of like this like oracle message deck here just to end the reading. So let's go ahead and get started. What's going on with Aries person? I also shuffled a song for you, and it was I Will Buy You a New Life by Everclear. I love Everclear. So we'll see if that comes into it. Maybe money or something like that is like a factor. It's a cute song though. All right. So what is Aries person? How are they feeling towards Aries right now? Okay. Twin flames. We have engagement ring in reverse. Let's just get one more. What is going on here? What's going on between Aries and their person right now? I don't think we want to. Hammer and self-indulgence. Okay, what is going on here between Aries and their person? Just one card if I could. Girl talk. Okay. So I am getting a sense here of like a separation. Maybe things ended badly between you. I'm seeing this like coffin on the bottom of the deck and healing heart. So I feel like as a result of this ending, there was some healing that is like going on here, especially if you resonate as twin flames. Don't have to be like actually, oh, that's my twin flame, but like you feel like there's some more spiritual purpose. This is a spiritual connection. This says yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. So I'm getting more of a sense that like if there is something going on between you, it's more in like the spiritual realm, not necessarily in the 3D, especially with this engagement ring in reverse. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. But also, you know how I was saying the song that we got was maybe like a representation of money problems. It's almost like they have nothing to offer you. Like an engagement ring is a representation of like, you know, a physical representation of like a promise. So maybe they feel like they don't have like these physical things. All they have is like their feelings or something like that, and they just don't think it's enough. Like, and maybe they're not thinking like, oh, this isn't enough, I need more for this person, like that, but they just like feel bad about themselves as a result and are just like shying away from anything. And maybe they have issues with something to do with their masculinity with the twin flames. It's like with their finances, sometimes sexual things are tied to it. It could be anything that's kind of making them feel like emasculated or something, like I don't have anything to give and provide. Like they're not really able to get in that provider energy. It feels like you might be in a more, they might be going through it right now is the sense that I'm getting. And I'm getting a sense also that you're in a more healthy energy, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. So I feel like that could be you more so just like enjoying your single life right now. And you know, whatever happens, happens. It seems like a healthier energy. So let me just see, what did this coffin say? Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. Yeah, I feel like you both needed space from this connection in order to grow as individuals. So I feel like your person is going through a process right now. So let's see, what would Aries person most want to convey to Aries? It says, I'm starting to understand why things had to happen the way they did. If you're feeling crazy, please know I do too, a lot. You make me want to be better. I tell myself that you're too good for me, but deep down, I know that's a cop-out, and I could rise to the occasion if I chose to. Your voice is my favorite sound. Okay, what else would this person want to say? Okay. How am I able to feel you when you're miles away? You're literally the cutest thing I've ever seen. Okay. Oh, okay. I might just take that top one just because I feel like it's like lining up with everything else in the reading. Okay, but okay. It says I love you on the bottom of the deck. So overall, this person does feel love for you. Again, I feel like we're seeing a lot of stuff here about how I'm able to feel you when you're miles away. I feel your energy so strongly. And also this, if you're feeling crazy, please know I do too a lot. I feel like that has to do with maybe the more spiritual aspect of your connection. I feel like with the twin flame things, that's like more of a connection where you like really feel each other's energy. And I feel like you feel each other's energy. Let me finish that thought. And I don't know. It's just, it's like, you know that you're feeling it. It's just like very, like, if you know, you know. So if you're in that situation, like, you'll know and you're like, yeah, I'm resonating with this. Not to say that it's not your twin flame if you don't feel that way. You maybe just haven't like gotten to that phase yet or whatever. But like if you're in the thick of it, like, you know, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to minimize like your connection or label it as anything. That's for you to do. I'm just gonna see, I want to use this other tarot deck. I'm just gonna see if I can grab it real quick. Give me 1 minute. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know why I like to use this tarot deck when I do this reading. I don't know why. I think it's so pretty. All right. But this is like one of my faves. Absolutely love this deck. What is it called? Lune. That. Lune del Universe. All right. I don't even know what language that is. All right. So let's see what we can get here. Let me just like cleanse this really quick. So yeah, I feel like I'm starting to understand why things had to happen the way they did. Another theme that I'm seeing is, you know, their growing understanding of things and themselves, them trying to be a better person, recognizing that they do cop out. They could rise to the occasion, but sometimes they choose to sort of, you know, stay in their more dysfunctional energy, which I think is something that everybody can relate to here. You know, everybody is guilty of that sometimes. It's easier to sometimes numb things out, or I don't know, just sort of like choose the path of least resistance, you know, for a time. So maybe that's something that they like have. It seems almost like they might have chosen that path right now, because it's almost like you make me want to be better, and then it's almost like it's like a backtracking. Like I could rise to the occasion if I wanted to, but I haven't yet. But it's like your voice is my favorite sound. You're literally the cutest thing I've ever seen. Like they like to hear you talk. They like to look at you. Like they like to just like feel your energy because you're literally the cutest thing I've ever seen. Is more than just about how you look. That's more about how you act and like just like your mannerisms and your vibe and stuff like that. So they really enjoy you, and it does inspire them to want to be better, but sometimes they feel like they just don't have the strength I'm getting. And maybe they've seen this pattern with you unfold a little bit, and they've noticed how it has forced them to ask themselves these questions and examine how they're living their life. And they're like, wow, I am starting to understand why things are shaking out this way. But at the same time, I don't feel like they're really like gotten to the other end of the tunnel yet, but I feel like you maybe have. So let's see what is going on here. I'm starting to understand why things had to happen the way they did. What does Aries person mean by that? I just want to get one. It was the Chariot and something. What does Aries person mean by that? I'm starting to understand why things had to happen the way they did. What does Aries person mean by that? The Hanged Man. Yeah, they're starting to see things differently. I feel like they were very comfortable in their own way of being. With the Hanged Man, it could be drinking, some form of escapism. Again, like the path of least resistance. They like are able to numb themselves out, whatever means they do that with. You know, it could be anything, even just like watching TV. You know, but doesn't have to be like a serious drug, or any drinking or anything. But it's almost like something with you and like the emotional connection that this had with the twin flame energy, it just like really like started to pull on them emotionally in a way that they couldn't like deny. It like disturbed their peace to the point where they're like, I can't feel this way anymore. And it's like, that's what makes them want to be better almost. It's just like, and not even like, oh, I want to be better for you necessarily. It's like, I feel like that's how it starts, but it's also like maybe they would try to do some things to like better their own lives and realize that they felt better about themselves anyway, and it was just kind of like a win-win. So, but yeah, I feel like you are a strong motivating factor, which is usually how these things work. I'm sure they were for you as well, to sort of, you know, put you into this happier energy as a result of maybe all the work that you've done. So if you're feeling crazy, please know I do too, a lot. The Devil and the Page of Swords. Yeah, because I was watching this one, it wasn't a reading, it was just a video about twin flames, and it was like the one sign that you've truly found your twin flame, and it was that after you've met them and you go in your separation, that you do this like intense soul work. That's basically the only thing you need to know. Like, that's how you know it's a twin flame. A true twin flame is like, it just, you have a craving, you have to get to the bottom of your soul, like it's just bothering you, it's like this is like triggering you in a way that is so deep, and it's like you need to get down to the nitty-gritty. Like, the soul work is like the way you know. All right, if you're feeling crazy, please know I do too, a lot. The Tower. With the Tower, I mean, I feel like, again, especially if this is like something where they're picking up on your energy, they could be like, for example, like feeling sexual energy and like be wondering like, are you with somebody? Like, is she with somebody? Is he with somebody? Like, whatever it is. And it could just be like a catastrophic thing when maybe, I don't know, you're just thinking about them, or I mean, maybe you are with somebody, I don't know, but like, it's, I feel like they get these crazy thoughts whenever they feel your energy here. And this is a lot of like major arcana water energy. We have the Tower and the Hanged Man, Pisces and Scorpio energy. So it's like, and I feel like we had the King of Wands on the bottom. So I don't feel like they're usually a very emotional person. I feel like these emotions, this is like down deep, buried deep, and it is bothering them. And it's causing them to feel crazy, because I feel like emotions are coming back up that have been like long buried, like very, this is a big tower, you know, usually it doesn't look that long, but it's like down deep. And it's like, it's coming up and it's making them feel like very out of control of themselves here. And I think a lot of times they wonder what you're doing, and if you're feeling this too, is it just me, kind of a thing. You make me want to be better. What does Aries person mean by this? The Eight of Pentacles, yeah, they're like, they do go through phases where they want to like expand their horizons. Three of Wands, put in the work here, put in serious work. And again, like I was saying, I'm getting more of a sense with the Eight of Pentacles, like towards their career. And we had the whole vibe of like, I will buy you a new life. And it's like, maybe they went through a period where they were broke, because that's, well, that card talks about being like on welfare and being poor when you're younger, and then how like, what is the line in that song? I love when people love to tell you money is the root of all that kills. They have never been poor. They've never had the joy of a welfare Christmas. It's almost like, I feel like they could be really like, have went through some tough financial times that like made them want, like, I have to fix this. Like, I can't like live like this. Like, you know, something like that, where like money has become very important to them, but I'm not necessarily getting in a way that's bad. Especially like the message of that song, because that song is also about being generous with your wealth once you've had it. Like, I'll buy you a garden where your flowers can grow. That's such a cute song. I love that song so much. But anyway, so I feel like, anyway, you make me want to be better with the Eight of Pentacles. Like, they were definitely putting the work in at a time, and maybe it's almost like they backslid a little bit now, where they feel a little bit hopeless, and they feel like, it's like, okay, you know what, I can't do this, like this person's too good for me, blah blah blah. But it's like, deep down it is a cop out, but they probably just got to some deep down, what am I trying to say here, like repressed emotions or issues with themselves, like some repressed feelings about themselves, maybe feeling like they are, you know, not capable, like they don't have the capacity, like they don't have what it takes or something like that. But it's like, it's just like something that they have to go through. And especially if things have been going like, you make me want to be better, they've been putting the work in and then they backslid, they could just be feeling like this is all for nothing. Sometimes when you are in the thick of things and these triggers are coming up, they're almost easier to deal with. But when you feel like you've made progress and then you like backslide, it like almost like hits you harder because you're not expecting it. So I feel like this person could be going through something like that. Okay, let's look at the card actually though for this. But oh, all right, the Four of Cups and the Hierophant. Hold on. Tell myself you're too good for me, but deep down, I know that's a cop-out. Oh, keep dropping. I need to push this bench closer. It was the World. Maybe they had some sort of setback in their career here or something like that. Maybe they had some sort of failure like with that, and they almost felt like they were working towards being with you, something like that. But then now they had this setback, so they feel like they're starting back from square one or something. Yeah, death. Maybe they like got fired, or they lost their job, or they quit, or didn't work out, or something like that. I don't know. But they had some sort of a setback here. And I feel like this is all about like money. This is the Eight of Pentacles in the World. I feel like it just kind of released this waterfall of emotion in them where like, I feel like they were feeling good about themselves, and then this happened. They're like, well, what does this mean? That I really am a loser? That I really, you know, aren't good enough? Like, they're just like very upset right now. Your voice is my favorite sound. But it's also like when we're looking at this Twin Flames card, yin yang, zen balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. That's like a, it's not even just like, oh, that's my perfect person. Like either one of you could say that. It's not necessarily just like the person and like that, because that's more like, what is that? Like you idealize something or someone, put someone on a pedestal. But I feel like with a twin flame too, this isn't just about like the other person. This is about the way your energy interacts with each other. Like how natural it is, how peaceful it is, how you feel like you could just relax and be yourself, and just like you feel like so like at ease. Like I know I said that already, but that's really like just, it's, you feel complete, I guess. But complement each other maybe is a better way. Like your conversations, your emotions, like your sexual relationship, everything just kind of like flows in such a way. If you're friends, like your friendship is like that. It's just, it's very flowy, like, you know. And it's just, yes, what your person needs to realize is that these insecurities that are coming up, they're like associating them with you somehow. But I also feel like it's really, again, it's the mirror effect. Like they're looking in the mirror and seeing themselves as like a failure. They're telling themselves then that they're not good enough for you, but this is just their own issue within themselves. Like you probably don't care about this at all. Like, especially if it was just some random, like they got laid off because they were like downsizing. Like, I mean, why would you, you know, if anything, I'm sure you probably like believe in this person's abilities and stuff, especially if you see them as your like twin and your like perfect match. Like, you know, I'm sure you've gone through things too where you've had setbacks, and you've gone forward and then back, so you probably understand like what they're going through to some extent. Your voice is my favorite sound. The King of Pentacles. And I'm just gonna get, how am I able to feel you when we're miles away? I'm gonna just get the last four here because we gotta like wrap this up. Six of Wands. I'm almost getting Judgment with You're the Cutest Thing I've Ever Seen. And I feel your energy so strongly. Oh my God. That was like a couple. I just want to get one. I feel your energy. Okay. The Emperor. These last few cards are interesting. Like besides Judgment, with the Emperor, we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Six of Wands. I feel like your energy just gives them such a boost. It makes them feel like they could do anything. That's kind of, like, I wasn't expecting that to come at the end, but with your voice is my favorite sound with the King of Pentacles. Maybe they're like thinking back to some things you've said to them in the past, or like something that you just, maybe they notice like the way that you believe in them. Because didn't I just say that? And I felt like that just like popped out of my mouth. Like, so I feel like they know that you believe in them or something like that. That's like the vibe that I'm getting. Like they feel, when they feel your energy, it's almost like they remember themselves, kind of like they remember who they really are. We have the Six of Wands. How am I able to feel you when you're miles away? This is a card of success, and the Emperor, but it's almost, I feel like your energy really like gives this person a boost for whatever reason. Like we have the 5 of Cups on the overall bottom of the deck energy. So I feel like, yeah, they are going through some sort of loss right now, where, I don't know, like, it's almost like, I feel like they wish, the vibe that I'm getting here, they wish they could just come talk to you. They wish they could call you. I actually saw a love call underneath this. Oh my God, the coffin was on the bottom with love call. I feel like they wish they could just kind of like hear what you had to say about the situation, because it would really make them feel better. It would make them feel like, remember who they are, kind of. With Judgment and You're the Cutest Thing I've Ever Seen, I feel like they just know that you have such a wholesome, pure energy, especially when it comes to them, that you would not judge them, that they could be like safe from judgment, like when they're around you. And they could just like talk to you like a real person, because I think when they're with you is when they feel their realest, truest self. And it's almost like these outside things don't really matter. Like they do to them, but it's almost like during this process they've gotten like deeper down, and maybe they like their energy like popped in like one night when they were just like feeling low. Maybe you sensed it, and like, you know, just that's how your energy connects or whatever. But I feel like whatever happened here made this person really feel better and just really miss you and wish that they could talk to you and like hear what you had to say on the subject. Okay, so what else would this person want to say? I just feel like this person's going through it right now in some way. Like they definitely are experiencing some sort of setback. I would say financial, but I guess it could be something else, but that's coming through strong with the 8 of Pentacles and the World. Shadow side, you made me realize my flaws. Yeah, that's kind of what we've been talking about here. They're definitely, at first I think they were sort of projecting it onto you, like, or on like the potential success of your potential relationship, like, oh, like they wouldn't want me like this, but then they realize like it's just the way that like they feel about themselves. What else is on Aries person's mind? Conversation. I want to call you and hear your voice. Yes, I think they just feel like that would make them feel so good, like to hear you, and just like, I don't know, I really think that they wish they could do that. I'll just get like 6 secrets. I haven't told you everything. I feel like they just want to like, they feel like just like saying it to you would like get it off their chest, and just like they would feel so much better the second they just like unloaded it onto you. Unsatisfied. I wasn't happy the way things were going. I want to fix our connection, mend. And one more. Oh. Oh, okay. Disagreements on the bottom of the deck. I wish you understood how I feel. I feel like that's like in reverse, because they know that you would understand if they told you. Like you're like the one person that would. With reminiscing, I miss our inside jokes. They're like, they know based on the past that you would just not judge them, be there for them, and it would be a very satisfying conversation. I feel like if they're talking to anyone now, it's just like a more frustrating experience, making them feel worse. They feel like you're like the only person that can make them feel better, which is kind of cute, but kind of sad, because I don't know if they're going to actually reach out. I hope they do, because I feel like it will make them feel better, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, guys. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will catch you in the next one, hopefully. Okay, bye.